Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report, because without you guys, this just would not work. Man, I gotta tell you, I miss San Diego. It was 70 degrees out there, man. We're getting snow tomorrow. Oh well, such is life. Back to life, back to reality. Well, unfortunately, the Saints did not help our Cowboys out one bit last night, and unfortunately, it's going to get harder and harder for us to make the playoffs. Of course, our only hope is that Atlanta loses 2 of the last 3 games, and they've got another game against the Saints, the Bucks, and the Panthers. So we can't control anybody else other than ourselves, and hopefully we can get a win against the Giants and start planning for next year. But the thing that I have to be happy about is Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris, the Redskins literally gave up on and said, you know what, we don't want to pay that guy. You know, running backs are a dime a dozen, and they really haven't found a replacement for him yet. Our Cowboys were lucky enough to get him, and I know a lot of you guys will probably scratch your head saying, what? Alfred Morris? He hasn't played that much, and he really hasn't because of Zeke Elliott. But the interesting fact is that he is averaging 5.4 yards a carry. Surprise? Probably. Now, part of that is skewed because he did have that 175-yard run early in the season that helped that average. However, his worst game, he's averaged 4 yards a carry. The problem has been his perception. The perception has been with the Cowboys and everybody else that Zeke Elliott is a dynamic runner, and he is, and that you can't replace his production. Hence, when Zeke was suspended, Jason Garrett went back to his defaults, which are pass the ball. We got to pass the ball. We don't have Zeke Elliott. We got to pass the ball. But the amazing thing is Alfred Morris has averaged at 5.4 yards a carry. Even against the Eagles, he averaged 5.7. Now, the difference is, because you'll look at the numbers, because he only has 423 yards a game, and, you know, Zeke was starting every game that he was playing. The thing is in Zeke's absence, before the Redskin game, they would only give him the ball 9, 11, or 17 rushes a game. Not enough to get to that 100-yard threshold. Zeke Elliott, well, they feed him the ball 25, 30 times every game, and when you're averaging 4 yards a carry, you're going to get to 100 yards. So the perception that Alfred Morris wasn't Zeke Elliott was out there. Is it true? Well, believe it or not, yards per carry average, Alfred Morris is 3rd in the NFL at 5.4 yards a carry. Guess where Zeke is? 19th at 4.1. Let me say that one more time. Alfred Morris is 3rd in the NFL in yards per carry at 5.4 yards a carry. Zeke Elliott is at 4.1. So he set himself up for a great payday. Now, I feel good for him because I feel like I know a lot about him, because being in the Washington, D.C. area was always Alfred Morris, Alfred Morris, Alfred Morris. But see, this is a guy who would ride a bicycle to practice, who still has to this day and drives his 91 Mazda. He bought it for $2 from his pastor, and his thing was, hey, I'm going to run it until it stops. Why waste a whole bunch of money on a car that's just going to give me point A to point B? What is that other car going to do for me that this one doesn't? And that's the mentality and that go-to-work attitude that you want to have. I remember we were building this 80,000 square foot warehouse. And I remember the station wagon. It was like one of those old Brady Bunch station wagons that rolls up, falling apart. Guy gets out, he's got raggedy clothes and everything else, and it was about lunchtime, and I was like, man, I ought to buy this guy lunch, because I know he can't afford lunch. Found out he was William Hazel, worth about $100 million. But he went to work every day. He wasn't worried about the perception of everything else. Why go ahead and do all these grandiose things that really aren't doing anything? Let me plan for my future by saving that little bit of money. And see, a lot of you guys out there will go out and buy that brand new truck every, or car every year, or that new phone every time it comes out. Things that are poor investment. Yeah, sure, it's fun right now, but what are you going to have down the road? Instead of buying that, tricked out truck, why not buy that house or that apartment building, or put that money away for when you get older and can't work and make it? Or if something happens, that's planning ahead. And that's why I like that guy. Another person I met that's like that too was Namdi. You Eagles fans don't like Namdi too much, but I got to tell you, he got that $25 million from you, and I can guarantee you he's got all $25 million of it, because he was the same way. He didn't waste a whole bunch of money on cars and things like that. And right now, I believe he's acting and married to Kerry Washington. So he's definitely doing something right. But I'm happy for Alfred Morris, and whether it's here with the Cowboys or elsewhere, he's going to get paid. And you got to feel good for a guy that goes to work every day and works hard. No, not what I want to see. But as always, friends, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and commenting to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboy Joe Boo, and there's Michael. He just never shuts up. And I'll see you guys soon.